We're still 7 weeks away from the start of Josh Duggar's trial on child pornography charges. But thanks to some bold maneuvering from Josh's attorneys, the disgraced reality star's efforts to beat the charges against him are already well underway. You might have already caught wind of some of these attempts. They've mostly consisted of efforts to have the judge throw out evidence that might incriminate Josh beyond a shadow of a doubt. Thankfully, most of the defense's motions have been denied. In fact, when Josh appeared at a hearing last week, he received some very bad news. 4 of the 5 motions filed by his lawyers were denied, including one that involved a photo of Josh's hands. It seems that a scar that's visible in the photo matches one that appeared in a photo that was found on a computer that federal agencies during a raid of Josh's workplace. The pic seriously undermines the defense's argument that the computer does not actually belong to Josh, despite being found in his office. So the strategy of having evidence against Josh ruled inadmissible seems to have failed. But that doesn't mean that Josh and his lawyers have given up on the idea of having his case thrown out of court before it goes to trial. They're still focusing on the physical evidence, but now they're accusing investigators and prosecutors of suppressing evidence that might lead to Josh's acquittal. It seems that the most important piece of missing exculpatory evidence, the defense's words, of course, is a cell phone belonging to one of Josh's co-workers. According to the defense, the phone was briefly examined by investigators and then returned to its owner. They say that in returning the device, the investigators might have allowed the real culprit to quickly delete evidence indicating that it was him, and not Josh, who had been downloading the illegal materials. This led Josh's legal team to file a 2's motion to dismiss for government2's failure to preserve potentially exculpatory evidence. Point 2. The judge ruled against them on that motion, but it seems that Josh's attorneys will stick with the strategy of trying to have the case dismissed on the basis of improperly handled of illegally obtained evidence. Needless to say, it's a stretch, but at this point the defense is just grasping at straws in hopes of creating confusion. The goal is not to prove Josh's innocence, but to muddy the waters enough to create some uncertainty about his guilt. And believe it or not, it seems that Josh is confident the strategy will be effective. 2G really thinks he2's going to get out of it too, a source recently told People magazine. And apparently, most of his loved ones share the belief that Josh will be vindicated in court. Why Fana Duggar believes that Josh has been framed by the Biden administration and would not have been arrested if Donald Trump had remained in office. And why Lena is not getting along with Josh's parents. Insiders say the 3 of them are in agreement that Josh will go free. It's shocking that they could hold such a belief, but what's even more shocking is that they might be right.